Oh hey, imagine making a video on how to ace your GCSEs and then GCSEs get cancelled. Yo, what's up guys? You already know who it is. My name is Taha and I'm a third year medical student studying at Newcastle Medical School. Today we'll be talking about GCSEs and what you guys should be doing to prepare for your GCSE exams that are cancelled but not really cancelled. So first of all, let's go over what we know about GCSEs. Basically, because of the disruption of the pandemic and the need for socially distancing, it is not safe, neither sensible, to put like 300 students or even just a small group of students in one hall to carry out an exam. It's just, you can't do it. It's just not a sensible option. You can't do the exams how they'd normally be carried out pre-pandemic. So instead of the normal summer GCSE exams, your GCSE grade will be based on three things. First thing is the mocks, homework and coursework you've done throughout the year so far. Second thing is what your teacher thinks you'll get in an exam, so your teacher's predicted grade. And the third thing is external exams, so exams that are set and made by your exam board, OCR, AQA, Edexcel, whatever exam board you're sitting. And then those exams that you take will be marked by your teachers in your school, not an examiner from another school. Instead of sitting here and complaining about why it's not a good idea to get your GCSE grade to be based on your teacher's predictions, because I could sit here and do that. It's best to stay positive, work with what you've got, and follow my advice that I'm about to give to get the best GCSE grade that you can. Although GCSEs are cancelled, they're not really cancelled. You still have those external exams, those formative exams that are made by your exam board. So you still have to work hard for them. You have to bash out your past papers, work from the CGP revision guides and make your flashcards from paper or on Quizlet. If you're studying a topic which exam requires essay style writing in their questions and answers, find a 10 or 14 mark or however many mark question, answer it, write up your answer, and then show your teacher, email it to them. Get feedback. If you want to know more in detailed tips on how to actually work towards your GCSEs and how to revise to get A stars, then watch my other video that I posted I think 2 weeks ago. There I cover tips on how to smash your GCSEs and how to organize your time. The exam will not contain topics that you guys haven't been taught yet, which sort of confused me because surely different schools will be at different stages in their curriculum. So how are they going to standardize the test to make it the same for all of them? Basically how GCSE topics are taught is that the teacher and the school follows a specification set out by the exam board. So OCR, AQA, Edexcel, all these different exam boards have a specification of their topic. The specification is basically learning outcomes, like knowledge you need to know for the exam. So knowledge that needs to be taught for that exam. What I'm assuming is that the exam boards are somehow gonna decide how much they're gonna test on their exam, and they're gonna have to, I guess, collate data from all the different schools and find out basically how much the schools have already taught their students, and then decide on a sensible amount on how much to test you guys on the exam. I can understand it's frustrating. I mean, no one really has the answers. This is something even at medical school and university we're experiencing. No one knows what's going on. The reason for so much ambiguity is because we don't know what the results will be after this lockdown. The government doesn't even know whether students will be able to return to their schools after half term. The good news though, okay, thank God man, in contrast to last year, the grades were based on an algorithm, so they took into account the school you went to. So for example, a student who's perfectly capable of getting brilliant grades and who's very hardworking and very motivated, if he goes to a bad school, then he might have not got the grades that he could have if he actually sat the GCSE exams. The problem was that it put people studying at worse schools at a disadvantage. So on the bright side, at the minute, you won't be using that algorithm. Yeah, keep working hard, keep motivated, don't stop now. Just because your exams are cancelled, they're not actually cancelled. You still have external exams set by exam boards that you're gonna have to sit. And how well you do in that external exam will contribute to the grade that you get for your GCSEs. Tip number 2, talk to your teacher. If you're someone, for example, who wants to study medicine, or someone who wants to study at Cambridge and Oxford and have already showed a commitment to that, then let your teacher know. Because although, at least for medicine, not all universities require you to get amazing GCSEs, and in fact in some universities they don't really look at your GCSEs, but getting good GCSE grades will open your doors when it comes to university application for medicine. If throughout the whole year you've proved in your mocks, your coursework and your homeworks that you're a hardworking student who is perfectly capable of achieving a 9, 8, 7, then let your teacher know that. Collate all the homeworks that you've done, all the past papers you've done, all the mocks you've done, and show that as evidence to your teacher, like, look, I am capable of getting this grade for my GCSE. Let them know that. Ask your teacher if there's anything you can provide as evidence to help them to make a decision. It sounds like I'm asking you to bribe your teacher, yeah, but it is not, because according to the information we have, the teacher has an input to what GCSE grade you get. So basically, you need to show them that you're perfectly capable of getting the grade that you want. Please don't bribe your teachers, okay? That's not what I'm asking you to do. But in your preparation for your external mocks, when you do your past papers, I don't know, it might be just helpful to show your teacher, like, look, these are the past papers I've been doing, and these are the marks I've been getting. Understandably, from the teacher's point of view, who's to say that you didn't cheat in those past papers or just put an A? I don't know, maybe there's some way you could organize with your teacher a mock exam over Zoom or whatever online video conferencing you guys use for your lessons. If it means that the teacher is more confident that you didn't cheat in that past paper and you get an amazing grade in that past paper, then by all means try set that up with them. And be nice to your teachers. And yes, from now on, you're gonna have to attend the online classes and actually contribute to them. Yes, I know, as painful as it is sitting on the online classes, just do whatever you can, man, because your teacher is gonna be having an input on your GCSE grade. Just show enthusiasm, be nice, show that you're hardworking if you haven't already. Yo, after students have found out that their teachers have a say on what GCSE grade they get, yo, teachers are gonna get some love, man. According to the current information, results day will be moved from August to early July. The idea is that it gives time for A-level students to appeal their exam, and also gives them more time between results day and the start of university term. What you as a GCSE student can be doing is, if you receive your results and say in 1 or 2 subjects you're not so happy with your result and you think you did much better in your exam, what you should be able to do is you should be able to ask for a copy of your answer paper. So I remember doing this for a few of my subjects. I ordered a copy of my exam answer booklet, and I was able to see where the examiner gave me marks and where I didn't get marks. You'll actually be able to see the ticks and the -1s or the +1s to see where you got marks. Not only will this be helpful for your learning, but also you might be able to spot where you should have got an extra mark, and therefore it's actually happened in the past before where people have boosted their grades just because they should have got marks in certain questions and they got a remark. So if you spotted an area where you should have got marks in your answer paper, then make an order for a remark for your exam paper. And yeah, that's about it. Apologies if it still appears sort of fuzzy and ambiguous, but that's just because the government hasn't really came out with more information yet. We're still waiting on that. Please do not get anxious, do not get overly concerned. You just need to make sure for these mocks that you absolutely smash them. And I've already, as I said earlier, I posted a video on how to ace your GCSE exams. If you just watch that, that gives you some really good tips on how you can prepare for GCSE exams. Don't get too anxious, don't get too overly concerned. I'm hoping the most important determinant for your GCSE grade is that external mock made by your exam board and not like your teacher's input and not the previous mocks. Just because I understand that you might have not done so well in previous mocks, but then it's perfectly possible, and this happened so much in the past before, that you don't do so well in the mocks throughout the year, but then you do really, really well in the exam, just because you've looked back on those mocks and thought, how do I improve on this? So you need to do that. So get all the mocks and past papers that you've done so far and make sure you learn from your mistakes. You can't make the same mistakes again. It's okay to make mistakes. That's the point in doing past papers, to learn what the mark scheme wants you to say and how to get the specific marks, but don't make the same mistake again. That's one of the worst things you can do. Learn from your mistake. Just work hard, organize your time, make time to relax and chill. Don't overwork yourself, don't overburn yourself. But when it comes to exam season, when it's 1 month before your exam, it's time to study, man. Like, it's just time to study. If you guys have got any questions, then drop them down in the comment section below. Like the video if you found it useful, and subscribe for more videos every Sunday. We're aiming for 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so please share this video to anyone you think will find it useful. Cool, I'm gonna go back to my life. See you guys next Sunday. Oh, I need to find an outro.